Hi guys, I just wanted to come on today and tell you a little bit about my MRI results. So again, I had my MRI a few days ago. I posted a video about that. So I went to my neuro-oncologist today to get the results. And unlike last visit, it was very positive. Things are looking, you know, there's nothing remarkable in there. Everything is unremarkable. It looks like, the brain is still just in the healing process and, looks like it's healing along nicely. There is, of course, still a little blood and still a little swelling, but, that's to be expected. It should probably be like that, I'm sure, for a little bit while longer. But other than that, everything, it looked good. And so, yeah, nothing ill to report on. The only thing is that with my chemo, the gliostine, that pill I take every 6 weeks, the powerful one. What he said was interesting is that now it's finally starting to build up in my system. Uh, so it takes some time. So instead of doing blood tests every 3 weeks, now I have to do a blood test every week just to monitor, everything that's going on, which is, it's inconvenient, of course, but it's good. I'm being monitored. I'll make sure if anything is haywire. It's funny. I also had them test my testosterone just to see how that's doing. I think it's fine. I work out plenty. The only reason, well, not really have to do anything with working out, but I have energy. I'm able to function well, but the reason I wanted to get it checked was because I read a few articles that, when you're on opiates, I guess, I don't know how accurate this is or not, but it can lower your testosterone. And, since I was on, pain pills for so long, and, I'm still right now currently on tramadol, but very, very low dose, and I hardly ever take it. At night, my marijuana, my cannabis oil, that does a trick for me. I take my gummy, I stretch, everything's good. But back to what the doctor said. He said that everything, is looking good. We just have to monitor you now because the chemo's really starting to hit you. So every week I'll be doing blood tests. I did ask him, because I go to the gym every day, and I don't wear my mask when I go to the gym because it's obnoxious. Anyone out there who's gone to the gym during that whole COVID pandemic and had to wear your mask, they know what hell that is. You're sweating on your face. When you pull it off, you'll break out, or you gotta smell your nasty breath the whole time you're doing it. So of course I always have gum in my mouth, so I just smell gum. But I was so thankful to be past that stage where I had to wear a mask, just to go places that had nothing to do with cancer. It was just a COVID. So happy to just be free of that. But now, of course, it is what it is. I'd rather just wear a mask and live than not. The other thing, and I will post a picture of this, is that Optune, the thing that I talked about, where I have to shave my head completely and wear this let me see if I can pull up a picture of it real quick. Oh, actually, no, I can't because my computer's not hooked up right now to the internet. But yeah, I'll share a picture of what it looks like. But that Optune thing is like the pad that you wear in you shave your head. You wear it looks like a rubber sensor that goes over your head. And then it has that cord and there's a backpack. I decided I'm not going to do that because it's only 14%, and I know myself. I'm very aware of, always aware of how I look, of going out. I like to look presentable. I can be a little self-conscious, if if I have like a pimple or anything like that, or, even with, like right here, when I had the radiation the first time, because it wasn't implanted in my head like the recent time with the radiation tablet. So my hair doesn't grow in as well as it did originally, right here. And of course, I was super self-conscious of that for a little bit, but now I really don't care. It doesn't matter. Even when I had when I first had my surgery, I had a mohawk going through. You can see that whole scar. I had no hair there, so it was all shaved. But now, I did get self-conscious when my hair started to grow back. My hair grew back in and I wasn't shaving it. Uh, as you can tell, it doesn't grow in as well. So I'm self-conscious of things like that. So I can only imagine if I'm self-conscious of like a pimple or getting things like this or breaking out, uh, I would be miserable with that Optune hat. I mean, I couldn't imagine. I feel like everyone's constantly looking at me. Yeah, it would. I'd always feel self-conscious, always, and my quality of life would just be crap. So I'm choosing quality of life over that 14%. I remember, I mentioned that, was that 14%? Is my vanity worth that 14%? It is, but I don't really consider it vanity because I know myself. It's not vanity. It's me being comfortable in my own skin, and wearing that hat, I will not be comfortable in my own skin. So I'm just going to keep my keto diet that I'm on. Keto, I still have I moved some carbs in, so I'm not like crazy keto. Sure, if I even tested myself, I maybe not be in the keto state right now. But the big thing is I cut sugar completely out of my diet. I'm more, lean towards the Mediterranean. But I'll do a separate video if I haven't already done it on my diet. So yeah, other than that, oh, and then I did today go for my echocardiogram after my oncologist. So a few new things, I got my blood work, so I'm being tested for all of my cells, see if my white blood cell count, red blood cell count is good, all things like that. Getting my testosterone checked. And again, I know I'm all over the place. It's still kind of what comes with the territory right now. But the reason the testosterone thing, when I first came out of everything and was, getting my eyesight back, I just didn't feel any inner drive. Usually I'm a motivated person. I want to do things. I want to complete stuff. And I just felt no drive. Slowly, I'm starting to feel more and more drive. I think it was just me coming off of everything. But at the time, I thought, well, maybe my testosterone's low. With the pain pills, I thought maybe that's contributing to it. But we'll see. I don't really know if that's the case, but, we'll check it out. And then also today I went for a transthoracic echocardiogram. It's where they look at the inside of your heart, and I'll explain a little bit more about what she did. So I went in, there's a table, like a long, doctor's chair, the one, what they call the medical office chair, the ones you lay down with the plastic, sheet on it. So I laid down on that, and I took off my shirt, and the lady came in there, and she was, scanning around my chest, and I asked her, I'm like, so, what do you actually see here? What's going on? And she said, well, we're basically looking at like the different pressures in your different valves and measuring, how big they are and if anything's blocking it. Now, something interesting. She was a very nice lady, but I've never spoken to someone where she could talk about something for a few minutes and I have no clue what she's talking about. And it's not because like she's talking like in advanced medical terms or anything. It's just because she was so sporadic in how she was explaining stuff. It was so hard to pick up anything from her. And then I told her what I do for a living. I'm a medical executive recruiter. And then she starts in this long diatribe about interviewing process and times she's felt she's done good, times she's felt she's done bad, how she feels about the interview. So basically just a lot of lip service talking, and it was very, very interesting because I was trying to look at my heart on the image, because it's what they have is, it's like I explained before, but they put the gel on the little scope and it's camera, and they just run it over like that, and just running it back and forth and holding it, and then they're looking at the screen that has my heart on it, and grainy black and white, so you can't really make out anything that clear, but you can see like the valves opening and like pulsing and palpitating and things like that. And then she took her little her mouse and with the cursor and was just like measuring the distances, things like that. And that's another thing with her, and how she kind of just rambled about stuff. Because I asked her when I first came in, I was like, well, can you tell me if you see anything, bad or not? And I know they can't because, they have to stay in their lane. And that's actually her line. I'm quoting that because she would say, we got to stay in our lane. We got to stay in our lane. But when she talked about staying in her lane, she went this whole long thing about how she has multiple degrees and everything like this and how she can look at it and she can see what's going on. But the more she spoke, the more I realized was I don't want her to tell me anything about what's going on because she sounded like she didn't really know what she was talking about. But that's no shade on her. She was very nice. It was just, there's a lot of stuff being thrown my way. And it was really, I was trying just to make sense of everything at the time. And then when she started talking, she stopped looking at my exam and paying attention. So basically, I had to oh yeah, because I didn't want to ask her any questions, do any follow-up, dialogue because I wanted her to pay attention. So I have no results from the echocardiogram. I'm still curious about that. I got to go to that doctor to have him review those results with me. That's another neurologist, not my neuro-oncologist, but another one. And I'm curious because the big thing with this one, and I'm sorry if I repeat myself on certain things. My memory is not too sharp still. I'm slowly getting it back. But what was I just saying? See, talk about memory. There we go. Oh, damn. What was I just talking about? Oh, yeah, that's right, with the doctor. So I can never get a hold of them. I call, I leave a message. They never answer their phone. And this was the doctor that we went to that they were very strange. He had a really bad bedside manner. The one who interrupted me in the middle of me telling them about myself. Even his staff was very strange. When we went in, I said I had to go to the bathroom, and I told my fiance to wait outside for me because that was at the time, I was still in inception. Everything was flipping around me, and I could not make sense of anything. So, of course, as soon as I come out of the bathroom, I don't know if it's right or left or any which way to go. I still have my cane with me, of course. And then this was, that first time when I went there, and my fiance was nowhere to be found when I came out of the bathroom. I'm like, oh, crap. So of course I walked the wrong way, and then all of a sudden I hear like feet scampering behind me, and it's that nurse who told me where the bathroom was. And I come back and I talk to my fiance. I'm like, why did you leave? I don't know where the hell I'm going. And she's like, I didn't leave. A nurse came over there and she was like following me, and she said I could not stand here. And I'm like, what? And my fiance said, I explained to them that he can't see, his sense of direction, his world is flipping around him. But she said, I'll direct him when he comes out. But when I came out, she wasn't there. So and then my fiance told me about that she told her she had to leave, and that she followed her all the way out to make sure she stayed out. So they're very interesting people in that office, which is funny because I noticed. So when when I was doing medical sales, and I was going back and forth to, the different doctors' offices, still like hitting the pavement and going office to office. I noticed when I would talk to doctors, you would be able to see, based on a doctor's personality, what his rest of his staff is like. Usually, they're very drab personality. Their staff is drab, very quiet, not exciting or anything. Or if they're, a more jokey, fun doctor, their staff is fun. So with this one, I could tell after talking to that doctor and seeing his bedside manner that the rest of his office is the same. And even when I called them, and I am able to get a hold and talk to them, they're not the most friendly people. But I tell you this just to just go through my journey and share everything with you. Just my observations of of my life as it is nowadays. And so I'm going to keep it, it's a little longer than I thought. I'm going to keep it short. I got a Knicks game to watch, Battle New York versus those New Jersey Nets. I'm just playing Brooklyn Nets. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. And hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and keep up the fight. All right. God bless.